Hi everybody, my name is David Liu. I'm the Republican candidate for the 49th Assembly District. Today here in Milwaukee, I saw an old friend of mine. She is a legend. Now, without further ado, we have the Betty Chu here with me. Betty.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah.
And I am not so much of a legend as I am old, because 2 years ago I was 29, and I woke up on my birthday this year with President Trump, taking a picture with him, and realized I was 87, not 29 anymore. So, David, it's a pleasure for us to be together here in Milwaukee for what happened yesterday, starting in the morning, is hope for change, a hope for the political philosophy that we believe in, for an America that is great for everyone. That it started in the morning with the judge's decision, and it ended up with our being able to see President Trump at our convention, even with his ears patched up.
Yes, yes.
And with more politicians like you coming on board, President Trump won't have to worry about patching his ear anymore.
Thank you so very much. Yeah, I'm very humble and yet honored to be in this position, to represent people in the 49th district, to fight for what is right and what we deserve as people living in the 49th district. And what was really impressive was that the president, when he got shot, his reaction was heroic. That was his instinct. That shows what a true fighter he was. That shows what a hero he was. Because there was no time for contemplation. There was no time to think. He did what according to his intuition. So that was very impressive. That also giving opportunity for the president to show the people in America what he is made of. He is made of steel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is so wonderful about younger people like you running for office today is that despite all that is happening in California, and despite the fact that there are more registrations for people that believe opposite of the principles that we do, that you also are following the same kind of heroism that President Trump is, by stepping forward and saying, I am here to represent all people, because people like Betty Chu was able to experience the American dream, and you are here to fight for that American dream for everyone again. That's wonderful, David. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so very much. Oh, by the way, Betty passed California bar in the year of 1961. That was 63 years ago. Betty is the first ever Chinese American woman lawyer in the United States of America.
I don't know about the United States.
She made history. She is history. So that's why it's such a huge honor to have Betty here with us. She is very instrumental and inspirational, especially not just to all lawyers, but also specifically for Asian women lawyers. Actually, I have this law student working in my law firm. Her name is Wendy. You are her inspiration. She worships you. Do you have anything to say to Wendy and also Asian women who are in law school or who want to be lawyers?
For Wendy, you have a real privilege of working for a law firm with the leadership of people like David, who are not afraid to step forward to fight for the American dream for everyone, regardless of your ethnicity, sexual orientation, and in particular, regardless of whether you have an accent or the color of your skin. And Wendy, this is so hopeful that DEI and equity is going to revert back to the very things that enabled me to experience my American dream from having grown up a block away from Skid Row in San Diego, to be able to shake the hand of the President of the United States, the 45th President, whom I know that starting yesterday morning, I am ready to turn my upside-down American pin back to the right way, except I'm still waiting for November 5th, that we can all, and that's what I am still fighting for, even at the age of 89, that all of us will have that opportunity, including Wendy.
Thank you so very much. And also, I believe there's a misconception that the president doesn't like Chinese people, and Chinese people don't like the president. What do you think of that?
Well, I think the misconception is due to the fact that so many of our Asian elected officials are now representing the principles that are not the principles that we want to carry. They are so divisive to try to divide us in terms of sexual orientation, in terms of color of our skin, in terms even of economic different levels. I grew up a block away from Skid Row. I had to work my way through college. But you know what? It is the principles of equity, not equity. We call it with equity with an A, equality for everyone, to be able to have those opportunities to work to the top of the ladder. And so I think that that's why it is so important that minorities come forward and be brave enough to speak out against what is happening in our schools today. Now, I was the attorney for LA Unified School District and LA Community College District back in the 1960s and 1970s. And to think that today we have gone so far backwards with this propaganda trying to divide our children and not recognizing the fact that you recognize, David, that the parental rights over their minority children is a constitutional right. It is an inalienable right of the American people, that because of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, the parents are entitled to have the children be raised with the principles that enable them to achieve the American dream and to be out there, not only to vote for, not only to run for, but to be able to live their lives in harmony and respect for everyone, regardless of where they are. Everybody has a special talent for what they are contributing to this United States of America. And I am so happy to be here with you, David, to know that, oh my gosh, there is a younger, particularly Chinese, who's going to try to help us keep peace in the world. Because there was a way back in the early 2000s when there was hope that China and Taiwan and the United States could exist peacefully among the three countries to be able to exercise whatever their country makes a decision to do without fear of missiles, without fear of ships, without fear of who is going to control the South Sea Islands. So I am so hopeful that we will have peace. And in order to have that, we need younger Chinese Americans to fight for that. Not to fight for America always to be at the top, but for America to be free, America to be fair, America to recognize and respect all countries, all peoples, all educational levels, so that we can all achieve that American dream.
I could not agree with you more. So, in short, Trump being elected as a president not only is in the best interest of American people, in the best interest of America, but also in the best interest of both China and Taiwan. So it's in the best interest of world peace. It's
Yes.
best interest of everybody that's living on this planet. Yeah.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And may you have the best of success in your race, and you fully have my endorsement.
Thank you so very much.